So we all know what a circle is, right? It's a shape with no edges. To define it, we just need to give the coordinate of its center point and its radius. A lot more simple than defining other shapes. Now, imagine if you had a game where you had to click those circles. No, not that one. Yeah, this one. Then you start to notice that you click the circles to the beat of the music. Add another type of circle as sliders where you have to hold and trace them, and now you have one of the most popular rhythm games to date. Hello! Today I will be making a video essay on why degens, players, are addicted to us. Standard. Keep in mind that when I refer to us in this video, I am only referring to the standard mode and not all the other modes available. To help normies get a rough idea of what OS is like, I'll start with our 5 W's. What is OS? Who plays OS? Why should you or why do people play OS? And where and how can you play OS? Starting from the very first one, what is OS? Not hard to explain, OS is a rhythm game where circles appear on the screen and you gotta press them. What peripherals you use are up to you. You can use just your mouse and the keyboard, a pen tablet and a keyboard, or if you're a bit more adventurous, there's also touchscreen. Unlike other rhythm games, all of OS's levels, also known as beat maps, are created by the community. And as you download more of these beat maps, you will experience more difficulties and different techniques that you will need to learn. The difficulty of these beat maps are denoted by their star rating, which is calculated from how the level is mapped. So what would stop you from doing difficulties higher than your skill level? Of course, there's a health system, where your health is decreased whenever you miss a note or press it late, then increases when you hit a note perfectly. Usually if you're playing a beat map within your skill level, this health bar should not be a problem and the score outcome of the play should be more of a priority. Okay, next, why should you or why do 19.3 million other people spend their free time clicking circles on a screen? Why have some people spent up to 8,766 hours clicking circles? The answer is very simple. Just like how some people are addicted to smoking or drugs, some people are addicted to clicking circles. And similar to a lot of other competitive games, in OS the main draw to keep playing is to keep seeing yourself improve. A lot of people really enjoy seeing their rank go up and thus they spend hours and hours retrying a single map until they get the highest possible score they think they can achieve. Now, who plays OS? Who is the game targeted to? Technically, it's just anyone who's interested in rhythm games, but since the majority of the beat maps available are targeted to weebs, they're the ones who make up the majority of the player base. And thus, more of the mappers that make those beat maps are weebs, which leads to more weeb maps. Where and how can people play OS? OS is a free game, so you can download it from the official website, and after making an account, you can just start playing it and start downloading beat maps from the official website. But be warned, one user is only permitted one account in their lifetime, a rule which they very strictly enforce. Now, what makes OS unique from other rhythm games? Well, for starters, there's the aim aspect. Most other PC rhythm games do not have an aim aspect and they're mostly just timing or hand-to-eye coordination to press different keys. In OS, there's just one key to press. Technically there are two, but they do the same thing, so let's just see it as one, yeah? And the difficulty comes in timing those presses perfectly and moving your cursor around the screen to place it within those circles. Having an aim aspect in rhythm games is not new, as it's been done before in a lot of mobile games, for example in Citus. But it has rarely ever been done in other PC games, and at least not in the scale of OS. Another unique aspect of the game is that the beat maps or levels in the game are all made by other users. Therefore, the amount of beat maps available is limitless, and as long as the community stays alive, there will always be more beat maps to play. This also solves the problem of copyrighted songs, as the OS developers are not responsible for whether the users who upload these beat maps actually have permission to use the music. But when there is a copyright claim, of course they will just promptly remove the beat map listing from the official website to avoid problems. If you have been listening for the past 700 words, then now you have a rough idea of what OS is like. Now onto the main topic of this video, why is OS so addicting? First, we need to confirm this. Is OS actually addicting? To do this, I made a survey and sent it to some people, and the responses are all pointing to, yeah, they are addicted. I personally haven't spent that much time in OS, so I also added a few more questions to the survey to get my senpai's opinions. Starting by analyzing the data from the survey, we can see that we have a pretty wide variety of surveys, ranging from people that have played less than 1 year with the lowest playtime of 2 hours, to people that have been playing for 6 years plus, with the highest having a playtime of 2k 127 hours. Around 80% of the respondents play OS actively, probably every day, and these are the main responses we want to focus on. Because if they're not active players, then they're not addicted, so we're ignoring these 3 responses we got. Circles. Now, starting from the most important question, why do people play OS? A lot of the people just responded with either there's nothing else to play, they're weebs, cause like we discussed before, most of the songs in this game are weeb songs, and yes, the answer we are looking for, they're addicted. Of course, there's also some people that honestly don't know why they're still playing, and another popular response is that they like music. Makes sense, it's a rhythm game. Other responses include I like clicking balls, Yorushka, activity when there's no commissions, so we know there's some artists that answered, laptop, and how the f is this so accurate? Plus, there's this very amazing response. Unexpectedly, there were more people that chose nothing to play or other games are boring than the people who chose addicted. Generally, people that play OS are also very competitive people. Of course, there's the rare case of people not putting in any effort to try and rank up, but the majority are very competitive people. Very accurately demonstrated by this response. Therefore, being a game full of competitive people, there are a lot of community-run events and tournaments where people can flex their skills and win prizes. So if you think about it logically, these competitive crowd of people probably join tournaments. But unexpectedly, more than half of the respondents don't join tournaments. Pretty shocking response, yeah? From this, we can conclude that for most people, being competitive in tournaments probably isn't the reason why they're addicted to OS. Now, most people either get introduced to OS by a friend or content creator. In OS, there's also a multiplayer game mode where you can join lobbies with randoms or make your own with friends. Either way, this is a very social event where people get to compete against each other and chat with each other. Of course, there's the people that just want to destroy noobs, but generally, it's a very social event. It's like a social gathering but for degens. When asked in the survey whether the surveys play OS with friends, a majority of 77% of them answered yes, and the remaining 22% don't have friends. From this, we can clearly see that for most people, friends are either the reason why they're still playing or at least contribute to some level of their addiction. Next, we will be discussing why people might not be addicted to OS, or why they might stop playing OS. First, I gotta ask if these people think they will be clicking circles for the rest of their life. And unexpectedly, only 26 of them are very sure that they will be clicking circles till the day they die. While more than I had expected were sure that they will stop clicking circles at some point in their life. The remaining 46% were still not sure and answered maybe. The ones that answered yes are clearly addicted, while the ones that answered maybe are not sure if there'll be things that stop them from playing OS down the line. And the ones that answered no probably already have experience falling out of addiction and are getting bored of OS, or they know they don't have much longer to play the game, so they're sure they'll be probably stop playing at some point. Like I said before, there are a lot of factors that stop you from playing OS. And playing OS is technically improving at the game, right? Like a lot of people say, to improve, you just have to play more. So instead, I asked what would stop you or slow you from improving. Because like I said before, it's basically asking what would stop you from playing the game. Unexpectedly, 65% of them admitted that it is a skill issue and laziness. Also, a lot of the people just have a bad mindset. Give up, which is basically bad mindset but worse, and no motivation and no time. Related to no time, there's also some people that answered work, money issues, which has to do with work, and this, which probably means making them answer my survey, which is taking their time away from playing. And the most unique answer is mapping. Mapping is the act of creating a bitmap in OS, so the survey respondent is so addicted to OS that he spends so much time making maps that he doesn't have enough time to play the game. Really amazing answer. We need more degens like this in the OS community. So after summarizing all of this information, the three main reasons why I could think of why someone would get addicted to clicking circles is 1. They like seeing themselves improve, because they're narcissistic. 2. They like destroying their friends or noobs in multiplayer lobbies. And 3. They just like music. Thank you, this is the end of the presentation, and bye bye!